Hello folks, hope everyone's good. I got just cut off at the end of that video yesterday, so I decided just to I'd finish it off today and follow up on that with a second part. I'm still reading from written notes on pages here just to get me bearings, but at least I'm not holding the phone and shaking it around the place this time. So I'm going to start off geeking out here with a few scientific sort of statistics about thoughts and all that sort of thing, because knowledge can empower you, and I find this stuff very interesting. So basically, science shows us that on average, humans have between 60 and 70,000 thoughts a day. So say 65,000 thoughts a day the average human has, and only about 10 to 15% of those thoughts are conscious. So 85 to 90% of the thoughts are subconscious or unconscious, which means we don't realize we're having them. And on top of that, every day 90% of the thoughts we have are the same as the thoughts we had the day before. So we'd be thinking the same things round and round, and this is relevant because our thoughts have a lot of power, and we're creating our reality with our thoughts. So if you're thinking the same thoughts, the same sort of things every day, you're drawing the same sort of experiences to you, and you're wondering why life doesn't change or doesn't improve, or why does it feel like things are always this way. But it's because we're conditioning ourselves with our thoughts. We need to start becoming aware of these thoughts, challenging how true they are, and reprogramming them, or putting in more thoughts that are at least closer to the truth, the ones that are going to empower us rather than take away our power. Also, when it comes to I'm very interested in neuroscience, the science of the brain, and there's a lot of, I'll go into another video with that and elaborate on it at another time, because that would take more. I'm trying to keep these videos short. I might, because I want to try to do one every day, or every day, or every couple of days at least, for the first while, and then maybe I'll start doing longer videos less regularly. But at the moment, I'm going to play about with the whole format and see. So wait till I see now where I'm at here. So yeah. So basically, if you want external situations in your life to change or to improve, then first you must change the way that you think. Okay, that's the first step. You need to be changing your thought patterns. A lot of people think if the external circumstance or situation change, then you'll be happier or you'll feel better. It's the other way around. So many people have that misperception that if the certain things change, they'll be happy or they'll be fulfilled. So it could be, if they had more money, or a different job, or if they had a relationship, or if they had a different relationship, or it could go on and on. There's a million different things. Everyone has their own wee twist in it, but the reality is that these things will never bring lasting happiness or peace. They'll only give you a fleeting, a wee small amount, and then it'll be gone again, and it'll be something else. There'll always be something else. So it's not the way that I believe to go about it at all. From what I've experienced in my life and from what I've learned. The first step is always begin looking inwards. You change. You try to understand what's going on inside you. If you can become more aware of what's happening on the inside, the outside will follow and change, and it'll improve. That's the way it works. And I mean, right, so where am I at now here on this? So your core beliefs, your core beliefs, your core beliefs, which for the vast majority of us are unconscious, are one of the core determinants in how you experience life. So for example, some core beliefs, negative core beliefs, which also aren't true, are things like, I'm not good enough, so I have to prove myself by doing X, Y, Z, or by being this type of person, or whatever else. Or the world is, another core belief, negative one would be like, the world is limited and scarce. There's not enough to go around, so life has to be a competition. If you have more, I have less. This isn't true. And that's the thing. It really isn't true, and that may be hard for some people to process at the moment. But I mean, that's the reality. That is the reality. Another one, it would be life has to be a struggle, and it's always going to be a struggle, and it has to be a struggle, and that's just life. And the reality is, it doesn't have to be a struggle. Maybe it has to be a struggle until you can get to the point where you understand more about how life works, that you stop resisting what's going on in life, and you're accepting your certain things, which then empowers you to change them. If you're coming from a place of resistance first, you're kind of what you resist persists. Like, so for example, you know, take me with my physical back pain, like the more I fucking resisted my back pain and felt like, oh, I need to get rid of this pain, I can't be happy until I don't have this pain's ruining my life, limiting my life. I mean, I'm actually keeping that pain there in many ways because I'm resisting it, I'm holding on to it, I'm identifying with it. For me to heal it, which is what I'm trying to work on at the moment, it's about accepting the pain and trying to learn from it, and then dropping the resistance, you know. Stop thinking like, oh, this is a bad thing in life. Like, we label these things as bad, but I mean, who's to say they're bad? Like, it may be an unpleasant situation, that doesn't mean it's bad, you know. Or if it is bad, it's only in a shallow sort of a sense, like not on a deeper level, it's good. Right. So where am I at now? Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So if we start, so again, most of these core perceptions in our life, they're unconscious. We don't realize what our core beliefs are. We think this is just the way life is, but everyone sees life differently. Like, and most of our core beliefs come from childhood, come from parents, comes from education, and then it also comes from your friends. Anything you believe, like agree with other people believe is true and integrate into yourself, you know, starts creating your life in many ways. So again, yeah, so you identify these sort of truths that aren't true, and then you start putting in more healthy and reprogramming them, ones that are going to support you in creating the life you want, you know. Things will change, like, believe me, you know. Yeah, so just again, for example, with me, like externally, I haven't got much going on for me right now, you know, or for the past number of years. Like, I'm financially, I'm broke, like, and I'm actually in debt, like, and my physical health, you know, it's far from optimal. I have to live with a lot of physical pain every day, like, and that's been the case for 6-7 years. But I mean, there's no pity party here. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm actually very grateful for that. It's made me into such a stronger person and such a deeper person, and you know, I wouldn't have learned all this stuff and done all this stuff if the pain didn't force me to do it, because I wasn't able to stay in most jobs. Like, you know, I'm not able to sit in chairs long, like within about 10-15 minutes I have to get up and move around. And I mean, so that's challenged me to think differently and relate to things differently, which is, you know, these are the things that can, yeah, they can make or break you. Like, you know, you get better or you get better. It's up to you how you face these things and how you perceive them. So yeah. So basically, and yet, despite these external situations of mine not being so good, like, per se, I'm genuinely happier and feeling more fulfilled than I've ever felt, like, in my whole life, you know. And that's been going on now for at least 6 months or more, because I've faced the stuff on the inside and I've worked through stuff and I've changed stuff. So I've changed, and now how I see things changes. And like, I guarantee you, like, things are going to improve in my life, like, in the next number of months and years. Like, I think in a few years my life will be unrecognisable to what it is now, but even more so to what it was for a good number of years there, where I was seriously struggling, like, with depression and all that stuff and different things, and low self-worth and not feeling good about myself and all this sort of thing, you know. So yeah. So that's just for me. That proves that the external circumstances don't dictate how we feel. It's the other way around. But look, it's hard to, I suppose, break these very complex ideas down into simple things. But that's what I'm hoping to try to do and work on it. Because, as I say, I spent a long time thinking about all these things and working on these and learning, studying them from some of the greatest minds, like, in history and in the world, like, you know, and I feel now I want to start sharing this stuff because it's already helped me so much. But I think the next step now is trying to help other people more and expressing my creativity through this sort of thing, because I always felt like I wanted to do something like that, but I never knew how to, and I always had that fear or that insecurity. And now I'm like, you know, how long in your life are you going to go before you start deciding that you're going to go all in on stuff that you know. I think when you start leaning into your fears and actually not caring what other people think in terms of, like, opinions and judgments, then, you know, you get so much energy, and a lot of things will start working out for you. Because, like, of course I care what people think, you know. I mean, of course I'm thinking, like, oh, some people might think this video is this, like, what's he talking about, or who do you think he is, or he's weirdo, or he's, you know, whatever the fuck people might think. That's okay. The reality is, I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing it for anyone who, you know, might be going through shit, that might need to hear this stuff. And I think, you know, if you care too much about what other people think and their opinions, you completely hold yourself back and limit yourself. Like, you should care about what you think about yourself. That's what matters. How do you feel about you, like, on a deep level, genuinely, you know? So yeah, I'm probably gonna be a bit deep and heavy there, but it's good. I'm gonna leave it there then for today, and I'll see you all again soon. So anyone wants to comment or like or any of that sort of thing, I appreciate that sort of stuff. Keep it real, people. All the best.